What's up, everybody? Tommy here, Math Productions Gaming, and this episode we are going back to Sanctuary to meet up with Preston and the rest of the Minutemen after helping them out down in Concord at the Museum of Freedom. On the way back out, they said they were going to Sanctuary. I stopped at Red Rocket for the night, and now that we're well rested, we're going to go ahead and finish up when Freedom calls. And then while we're in Sanctuary, I'll show you guys a super quick way that you can very quickly complete the miscellaneous activity that you get from Sturgis. Right after completing When Freedom Calls, Preston lets you know, hey, we could use your help also around Sanctuary, specifically Sturgis could use your help. And if you go talk to Sturgis, then he'll give you a side quest called Sanctuary, where you're tasked with helping to clean up and make usable Sanctuary for the remaining members of the Minutemen. I was not surprised that after finishing When Freedom Calls, that the next one would be to go out to Ten Pines Bluff and help them out. Pretty standard. There's some variants that you can get here and there. More often than not, that's going to be the first quest after that Preston gives you. And more often than not, unless you've already cleared it out, heading further south than Concord, once we get to Ten Pines, they're going to let us know about a gang of raiders at Corvega. And if you saw the episode where we helped out at the Museum of Freedom, we made mention that there was a specific raider when the Deathclaw attacked. There is one raider that has on their person that Corvega storage key, and you can use that while you're doing that mission to go ahead and unlock some extra goodies. We'll definitely show that off on screen when the time comes. But for now, after talking to Sturgis, he said that he could, like we said, use some help setting up Sanctuary so that the Minutemen crew can live there. They're going to need beds so they have somewhere to sleep. They're going to need some source of water so they have something to drink. And they're going to need some food so they got something to eat. And lastly, they're going to need some defenses so that way Preston specifically can feel at ease knowing that everyone is safe in Sanctuary. So what we already talked through on screen, something that you can do is a little bit of prep. Just go ahead and run over to Abernathy Farms. We've already unlocked that workbench there, but we do not yet have the ability through local leader to send any sort of supply lines out. So go ahead and run out to Abernathy Farms, grab 4 to 10, somewhere in there. You don't need to go crazy, but you do need at least 5 food worth. And those tato plants right there, you grab them and you can plant them back here at Sanctuary, assign one of the Minutemen to work it, and boom, there's your food. So that was the prep work we did. It was getting late anyway. We ran over to Abernathy, grabbed a bunch of tatos, stopped back at the Red Rocket for the night to get a good night's rest, and we're starting fresh in the morning using that Scrap That Settlement mod to clear out Sanctuary. We wanted to clear some big debris out of the main street, and then we're clearing out all the debris inside this main home where the workbench is at. The main reason I use this home for the Sanctuary crew is because that workbench is there. A lot of times they're gathered around this building. A lot of their animations are set around this building. So it just makes sense to make this the central hub. That back room is the perfect size for 5 of those smaller size individual beds. We just lay them out in their barrack style. It's safer considering the circumstances they're living in. That way at night when they all go down to rest, they are in a secured place and they're all huddled together. For the water, we just got to make some pumps. I wanted to make a powered pump, but we don't yet have the components needed. But we do have enough components to go ahead and build 2 of the manual pumps, which will give us enough water for everybody. And for food, we planted those tato plants, and we had 12 of them. That'll end up being more than enough food for us. The last step being defense. My normal go-to at this point is usually to build a single turret that gives you the 5 defense needed. We did not, again, have the components at this time to be able to build one, but we do have the components. We can build 3 of these defense posts. You can assign a settler to a defense post, and if they are assigned to a defense post, they can actually occupy 3. So that was why I made the 3, so that way I can take June here and we can try to help him feel better, build up his self-esteem and his confidence, letting him defend Sanctuary. I really enjoyed that interaction that Sturgis and June have. Great bit of lore, and it just makes me feel more connected. I know that June can be kind of down sometimes, but he's been through a lot. And so that's why I like to assign him to the defense. Marcy, we go ahead and put on the food. And then normally Mama Murphy, once we can eventually build her chair, she'll man the front of this building here. That's pretty much it. You need to go then talk to Sturgis and keep talking to him till that chain is through. And at that point, you have successfully completed Sanctuary. I hope this video helps. If it does, I hope you press the like button. I hope you consider subscribing to the channel. Let me know in the comments what you think. Take care.